Cattleman's Choice, bold in the tradition of California's Santa Maria style of cooking. Handcrafted. Make a statement about your commitment towards taste and flavor. Visit us at www.enzoseasonings.com. Hello, my name is Roland with Enzo Seasonings. Today we're going to do a simple recipe. It takes a little bit of time and a little preparation to start with, but it's a simple thing to do. It takes about roughly 2 to 2.5 hours to cook, but it's a fantastic meal for your cold weather months that you're going to enjoy with your family and friends. And what I'm going to do today is I've already cut up my meat and my onions and my mushrooms, and I'm not going to bore you with the whole cooking process. What I'm going to do is just show you briefly each item as I go through it. I'll saute the meat, I'll saute the onions, add the mushrooms, and then we'll start building the sauce, and then we'll put it in the oven for about maybe 1.5 to 2.5 hours. It all depends on how we're doing the meat or how it's going to tenderize. But today I'm using a top sirloin, and this recipe is right on our website, and I'm going to try to follow the recipe right down to the number. And this should be a fabulous meal this evening for your family and your friends. I'm going to start the process by browning the meat. And like I said before, we're starting with the top sirloin. Sometimes you might want to use a chuck, but I find that this is a fabulous piece of meat to be using for this recipe. And you might notice that I've cut the meat into strips. It's roughly 1/4 inch by 1/2 inch. The recipe calls for cubing it. This is the way my family has done it, so this is the way I'm going to do it. So with that, let's just get started. And we'll do a little at a time so we don't overcrowd the pan. And what we're going to do is we're going to brown the meat, and then with what nice wonderful flavoring that we have in the pot, we're going to saute our onions and add our mushrooms, and like I said, then we'll start building the sauce. So with that, I'll see you in a few minutes. Take your time with your meat and get them nice and brown. And we're going to use then what's left in the pot when we take the meat out to do our onions and our mushrooms. Now we have all the ingredients in the pot, and what we're going to do is we'll cover it and put it in the oven. Well, let's just start with like 1.5 hours and check our meat and see how it's doing. So we're built our base, and we're just going to let it work its magic. Oh, I wanted to make one comment before I go any further. Notice that we're not using any seasoning mix from McCormick's or Lawry's. We're doing this all in-house, so to speak. We're back. I've just taken it out of the oven, and what I'm going to do is add our sour cream now, and it's going to finish it. If you'd like to add a little topping onto it, like parsley or something like that, to give it a little color when you present it to your guests, it would be perfect. And anyway, I'm going to prepare this with a side dish of broccoli, and I'm going to put it over egg noodles. Now, with this dish, you can use either mashed potatoes, rice, or as I'm doing this evening, over egg noodles. So with that, let's just finish the meal. That's beautiful. In this dish I'm going to use egg noodles, and so it'll take us just a few minutes to finish that, and we're going to plate it with broccoli and get ready to present it to our guests for dinner tonight. Our seasoning that we use this evening for our dish is our Cattleman's Choice. And you have to remember that Cattleman's Choice is not only the seasoning that we use when we're doing grilling or smoking meat, but it's a wonderful seasoning that you can use most of your dishes where you're going to use salt, pepper, and garlic. And with that, perfect dinner.